Bob, do you have a question for Cindy Delaney?
Yeah. Cindy, did you agree with the process that was used in the termination of Ken Rock? If you do agree with it, why? If not, what would you have done, what would you have liked to see done differently?
I don't think that has anything to do with city council. And that's really my simple answer. I thought Ken and Vonnie were nice people. You work for a board of 5 people. You take off 3 of them, you're probably gonna lose your job. I think it's that simple. I don't know any more about it. I didn't read his transcripts. I didn't go to water board meetings. And so I really don't have a huge opinion on that. Like I said, I thought they were nice people. That's about all I've got to say about it.
Thanks.
Kent, do you have a question for Gino?
Gino, would you outline your vision for Mesquite, how you expect it to grow, how you think it will grow for the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, from a personal point of view and a business point of view, I can see that building is coming back. The real estate market is rebounding pretty rapidly. We've got 5 or 6 new home divisions, and I'm speaking again from personal business experience, that are experiencing a very large surge in sales. I believe currently we have somewhere around 80 transactions in escrow. I think the real estate market is coming back slowly but surely. Prices have more than stabilized, so I think pretty much as goes real estate, so goes Mesquite. I think the growth is going to be, it's still going in Sun City, and it's going up on Hardy Way now. The movement is going up there in the new subdivisions. And of course out by Canyon Crest, there's new development going on every day. So I think the city limits are expanding rapidly. And if it continues to go, I think we're going to see, I think we're going to come back with somewhat of a vengeance. I think we're just on the cusp of doing that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Barbara, do you have a question for Cindy Delaney?
Say
To
no.
look for it now?
Cindy, explain Nevada's eminent domain laws and the cost involved with them. Should the city use eminent domain laws to seize property in the downtown area as a way to remove the blighted buildings?
I think it would take too long to explain the complete eminent domain law, but you know, I don't think that we should be using it. I think that we should write some ordinances that have some teeth. The problem with the ordinances right now is they seem to go on and on forever. And I do think that if we're going to tear down those buildings, what we need to do is, if we're gonna pay for it, the argument is that then we're improving that land. Okay, we're also improving the look of our city. They say, okay, they're gonna hold on to that land for 10 years. And then they're gonna get a lot more money out of it. Well, instead of just saying they have to pay us back the $2,000, then we should consider whatever we spend as an investment in that land, and we should get back a certain percentage of whatever more percentage they make off the land due to the improvements. Or we should do like something like what Las Vegas has done. You give them notice. You know, you say, you've got 90 days to fix this problem. They came up with half the money. You got 9 days to fix this problem, or either we're going to take possession of your land, which is kind of what the eminent domain is about. But eminent domain is more about when you're saying that this is for the good of public safety or the good of the public. And you can kind of go there if you say that building is condemned. There's a lot of different ways to get there, but I think what we need is some ordinances that have some real teeth, so that these people will be inspired, shall we say, to do something about their buildings. That building, like I said, they came up with part of the money. Even if they had to go take out a loan on that property, whatever they've got to do, I think if pushed, they could come up with the rest of the money to get it torn down. But if we're going to have to put money into it, then I think we should get a return on our investment, because in fact, that's what we're gonna wind up doing, is investing money into it to improve that property. Did that even come close to answering the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Bob, do you have a question for Sandy?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sandra.
Sandra.
Sandra, how would you like to see the city's land sale process handled? A lot of people in the city have talked about getting out of the real estate business. What would you like to see?
Well, I think there's enough property around for all the realtors to make a living from and help promote people to come to to our area and live here. I also think the city, the fact that they keep saying that we're property poor, that maybe the city could use some of that property as an incentive to get other businesses here.
Just one moment, I have a question over here. Please, you guys down to the end of the page. Yeah, just two more. Okay, and how many do you have?
Quality?
Do you have any more questions you have? Sandy has it. We'll just take two names out.
Yeah, we're throwing Rich and Gino to the curb.
I was asking the newspaper people if they how many more questions they had to go. Is what we were trying to figure out here. So there's a couple more questions to go from the two newspapers, and I will keep all four names. Sorry. Oh, Ken, do you have a question for Sandra? We're all tired.
Sandra, do you think an elected official should vote her conscience, or should she reflect more the will of the people?
I think it's a combination of both. I mean, the will of the people is very important, but voting your conscience, if you have done your due diligence and what you find may be the correct way to go. And I would hope that you could do a combination of both and come up with the correct and right way that's going to help the city.
Barb, you get Cindy Delaney.
You've been on city council for 40 years. Oh, sorry, that's right.
Yay, me. I can pull Gino's name.
Cindy, do you think the city should enforce its sign ordinance and require that the Oasis and any other business that has signs that are in disrepair or are abandoned remove or remodel their signs to meet the standards of our laws?
Yes, I do. And I really think it's one of those things where we have to make those ordinances have teeth. You know, you're coming down the road and you see this big sign that says Oasis. I think they finally took off the prime rib $4.99. People are all excited and they get there and there's no prime rib for $4.99. They're really not happy. And you know, even if they were allowing somebody else, say the city or somebody, to maybe lease out that sign and saying, hey, it's Mesquite Days this weekend, or if they were, you know, putting a buck or two into it and saying Mesquite Days this weekend. By the way, it's Mesquite Days this weekend, everybody. You know, then it would be more of a value to the city, and it really does. It's one of those kind of blighted things that you're coming down the highway, and we want people to want to come here for tourism. We've got to increase tourism. We've got to increase jobs. And all of those things go together. And when you see that sign out there that, I don't even know what it's got on it right now. Does it have anything on it? But it's breakfast $2.99 and it's not there. I don't know. It's probably, if there's anything there, it's not for real. And I do think that they should put something on it or take it down, or, you know, I don't have the answer what they should put on it because I don't know what they're selling at the moment. But yes, I think those should be done. And if there's signs around town that just really look bad, we need to do something with them. We need to make people take them down, make them pretty, something.